What's going on, everyone, and welcome on this gorgeous Friday afternoon. My name is Julie, also known as Jules to a lot of people, and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I don't have much experience, so bear with me. I'm kind of just winging it, and we'll see how it goes, yeah? So you can probably tell by my attire what this video will be about, because that's right, E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! The birds are back. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the most wonderful time of the year, and no, I'm not talking about Christmas time. It is football season. Once again, that's right, we got the Eagles, we got the Packers duking it out in Brazil, and I cannot wait for this season to start. It's going to be a magical season, I think. But what I ultimately want to do is, before each Eagles game, either the day of or the day before each game, I want to give a video, my thoughts, my predictions, my opinions, and then after each game, I want to make a video, my reaction to the game, my opinions, my thoughts, and so on and so forth. And then I want you guys to chime in too about your reactions, your predictions, etc., etc. But let's start now before we actually get into the game tonight. Let's take it back a little bit to the end of last season, because we all saw that collapse. But what we don't know is what went wrong. What actually happened? We never really got an answer from anybody, and that's probably for the best. But there was a lot of blame. There was a lot of finger pointing. A lot of the blame was put just on Jalen Hurts, and I don't think that's a fair assessment. Does he get some blame? Absolutely, because he is the quarterback. And at the end of the day, he is the leader of this football team. So he does get some blame. We saw that he had way too many interceptions. He had, I think, 15 as opposed to 7 the year before in 22. So he needs to take care of the ball a little better. He's got to make better decisions. But I ultimately think he was hurt last season. And we all saw it. His knee was banged up or something. And we don't know the extent of it, but we know he was banged up. You could see it when he ran. So he was not the same Jalen Hurts last season. But for me, the biggest issue of all was play calling, was coaching. But was it Brian Johnson's offense? Was it Nick Sirianni's offense? We don't really know. But what we do know is whose ever offense it was, they sucked. And with the talent they have offensively, they shouldn't have sucked. They were way too stale, way too predictable. If Christian McCaffrey can sit on his couch in his living room and call out a play they're going to run before they actually run it, I'm sorry, but that is an issue. Defensively, we saw it. They were horrible. They couldn't tackle anybody. So they had a lot of issues that they had to address in the offseason. So let's talk a little bit about those additions to this football team. And probably the most important one on the offense is Mr. Saquon Barkley. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, he is an Eagle now. He will be in the midnight green and the Kelly green, and I can't wait to see him run behind this offensive line, because I still think this is going to be a good offensive line, even without our leader, Jason Kelce. I think Cam Jurgens is a great player. He was handpicked by Kelce. He was groomed by Kelce. So I, for one, am not worried about the offensive line at all. You still got Mailata. You still got Lane Johnson. You got Dickerson. So I think our offensive line is still pretty good. So you also have Jahan Dotson from Washington, who will be our wide receiver option number 3. So now you got to deal with Hurts. You got to deal with Barkley, and you got to deal with Brown, plus Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, and now you have a competent and creative and experienced offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore. That's right. Now we have an offensive coordinator that can call some pre-snap motion into the offense. Last year, they were dead last in the NFL because they simply didn't do it. When Kellen Moore was in Dallas, he was top 4 in every offensive category. And I'm sorry, but I will take that over the trash they had last season any day of the week. this offense is going to look night and day compared to last season. They're going to score a lot of points, and I cannot wait to see this creativity that's going to be in the offense. Now, defensively, we got Vic Fangio, old school coach. He knows how to work his players. He's going to know how to plug in the guys where they need to go. We got a Slay back. We got CJ GJ back. He's home again. We got Cooper DeJean in the draft. We got Quinyon Mitchell. I think our defense is going to be better than it was last year. Let me tell you, if it's even slightly better than what it was last year, I will be okay with that. You don't need a number one defense to be a great football team. I say if they're 15th best in the NFL in defensively wise, hey, I'll take that, because I think last year they were 30th. So let's talk about the game tonight against Green Bay. They are a good team. We saw it last year. They are a young team, but they're up and coming. I mean, they blew out the Cowboys last year in the playoffs. So it's going to be a good game. I still think the Eagles come out on top. I'm predicting a score of 30-25. Do they look crisp? I think maybe they'll look a little sloppy in the first quarter, but they're not going to be in midseason form because they got to gel. So we'll see how they look, but I'm predicting them to score some points. I just think this Eagle team is better than the Packers. It's going to be a good game. So until we talk again, I'm hoping I come back and I'm talking about a W. I see it happening, hopefully. So until next time, wherever you are watching the game, have fun, be safe, and let's go Birds!